Manchester United has just drawn with Everton 2-2 at Goodison Park, and I gotta say, this was a roller coaster of a game. We started this game absolutely terribly. Beto scored in the first 20 minutes off a corner again, which is crazy. We give so many set-piece goals away. And Onana didn't really make that great of an attempt to try to save it. He literally just stands still and throws his arm up in the air as if that's really gonna do anything. Onana had another stinker today. Let's not sugarcoat it. Pretty much both goals, I would say, are his fault, or at least partly his fault. The second one, I would say Maguire should have defended a lot better. The ball literally passes him, and then the player just cuts past him again, and then has a clear shot on goal. So Maguire should have done better on the second one, but even that one, Onana essentially volleyed it directly into the air right in front of the net, inviting someone to head the ball and put it in the back of the net, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, Onana did not have a great game today. Maguire also did not have a great game today. I will say Dorgu looked pretty good out there. Hopefully he can keep this form, because typically what happens is when a player signs for a club, they tend to do pretty good in the first few games because they want to, they want to impress, they want to get in the manager's favor, and then they kind of revert back to factory settings and then put in bang average performances. But I hope that does not happen with Dorgu, because we need a good left back. And he's definitely got the potential. He's putting in some good performances right now, and he's looking pretty good, so I hope he can keep this up. But yeah, this game was super stressful. We went 2-0 down in the first half. It was looking very, very grim. Even Doucouré hit the Rashford celebration against us. Everything was just looking like it was going to result in a terrible, terrible day for us. But luckily, Bruno Fernandes in the second half scored a free kick. A brilliantly placed free kick, I might add, and that basically started the comeback for us. Shortly after that, Ugarte gets the second goal. There's 10 minutes left in the game, and I honestly thought we were going to have the comeback, so I threw some money on that. But then Ashley Young decided to dive and tried to get a penalty against us in like the 93rd minute, which I think took away some of our momentum, and luckily the VAR, they said, nope, that's not a penalty, that was a dive, and then the game went on, but unfortunately we did not get the third goal. Here's today's stats. We actually had a pretty good amount of possession, mostly because of that second half. We had almost 62%, so that was pretty good. We controlled the game, but mostly in the second half. The first half, I think Everton were all over us. Shots on target, Everton had more. Honestly, they probably should have scored another goal, but for whatever reason, they just couldn't find the back of the net. With today's draw, we stay in 15th place in the Premier League. We're not very far off from the relegation zone, which is kind of scary. I think we've got a good enough cushion that we don't really have to worry about that, but still, it is frightening to see us so close to Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton. We've got a -7 goal difference, which is absolutely atrocious. We've got 12 losses with 13 games left to play. This season is essentially a write-off. I don't think we're going to win anything. We could potentially win the Europa League, but it's going to be very, very difficult. And same with the FA Cup. And if we're playing in those competitions like how we're playing in the Premier League, we are not winning anything. I hope Amorim can turn things around and we can start putting in some good performances, especially as the season comes to a close. But, I'm very skeptical. Some games we play all right. Some games we play terribly. There is no consistency, the players look defeated, and the confidence is gone. Well, yeah, guys, there you have it. A 2-2 draw, Everton versus Manchester United. An entertaining game for someone that doesn't, follow these two teams, but as a United fan, that was pretty depressing up until, the last 20 minutes. Basically, the moment that Amorim made all those substitutions, we really started to play a lot better, and honestly, I think Garnacho needs to start. Especially with Amad Diallo out with an injury right now, I think Garnacho absolutely has to be on the field because he is, he's a good attacking player and he makes things happen for us, or at least tries to make things happen. And without him, we just look really slow and sluggish and just not very creative. Let me know what you guys thought about today's game down below.